Did you know that there's a Lunar New Year sale currently happening at the EA store until February 20th, where you can save up to 80% on select Sims 4 titles? Don't forget to apply the code UrbanSims upon checkout. Although it isn't a discount code, I do earn a small commission, which directly supports the channel. So thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a brand new mod/CC showcase where I'll be sharing 17 of my favorite sliders and skin details that I currently use to create more body diversity within the game. Just keep in mind that this showcase is geared towards plus size and mid-size Sims, but any of the items, and I mean any of the items within the showcase, can be used for a Sim of any body type and size. I also did mention in my vitiligo video that I filmed this video 2 weeks ago, but I decided just to re-record it because I felt like the background that I was using at the time was just a little too distracting for what I was trying to showcase. We're gonna start off with a slider. So one of the things that I was discovering within my game is that I felt like the sliders were very limited. You've got to remember the Sims 4 came out like 10 years ago almost, and so I feel like, you know, things should be expanded upon. I feel like there should be more inclusivity when it comes to different body sizes and types. So thankfully Dirt came out with a better heavy body slider, and I love the way that this slider is so damn inclusive. So if you slide it all the way down, it still has a very natural looking appearance for someone with a slim frame. You can bring it all the way up for a more plus sized look. No matter where you are in the slider, I just feel like it gives the body type or the body just a little more range. So the second slider is actually by Highland, and this one is called the belly slider. It's a little hard to tell, but this slider just kind of creates more of a natural silhouette of the tummy. Slider number 3 is by Marceau, and it's called the head size slider. So another thing that I've noticed when I'm playing around with different body types in The Sims is that the head kind of comes standard, and sometimes it can look almost a little too small for my Sims's frame. So I really like this slider because, again, I just have more customizability. Not everybody's head is the same size, and to activate this, all you need to do is just kind of zoom out a little bit, and then you can slide up and down on the forehead. It keeps all of the features very proportionate while also providing you a little more flexibility when it comes to their head size. This next slider is also by Highland and probably one of my absolute faves, and I think it's a must-have within the list. It is the double chin slider, and how to activate this one is that you just go right underneath where your Sim's jaw is, maybe just right on the jawbone, and then you drag forward to create the illusion of a double chin, or really just to create a double chin, and then you can kind of pull it backwards to put it in its original position. I love this slider so much, and I think it's almost a must-have, especially if you are trying to create a little more diversity within your Sims, not only just their body type, but within their facial features as well. Slider number 5 is for the girls, not just any girls, these girls. It's called Heavy Tatas by Helio, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you can find this on the Wicked Whims website. So just quick little disclaimer there, because if you don't know what Wicked Whims is, it's kind of in the name. It's like Sims but 18 plus. Anyways, this does come with an overlay, which my Sim is currently wearing. I'll show you guys once we get into the skin details portion of the video, but what I love about this particular slider is the range. So right now Miriam, she's got maybe like a B cup or something, but if I wanted, I could make it so that she is virtually flat chested, or I can also pull out her tatas and make them quite large. In tandem with the slider comes slider number 6. It's called Breast Separation by Seymour, and it's, again, pretty self-explanatory. You can create a little separation between the tatas, so you can pull them closer together, or you can make them drift further apart, because as we know, nobody's tatas sit in the same position. They're not the same size, they don't sit in the same place, and I just love being able to have free range with my Sims's tatas. I know, it kind of sounds weird. Let's turn Miriam around for our next slider. It is called the Enhanced Butt Slider, again by Seymour. What I love about this enhanced butt slider is that there are so many different things that you can do with it. You can increase the volume of your Sim's buttocks. You can also change the shape of their buttocks. Again, just adding to that diversity, that body diversity that I was talking about earlier. I definitely feel like this one is a must. Sliders 8 and 9 are probably my most used sliders. I think I've had these in my game since the beginning of time. Whenever they came out, I've had them in and I haven't removed them since. So the hand slider is by Lumia, and you can actually engage this by just clicking on your Sim's wrist, pulling up and down just to change their hand sizes. And again, this is really helpful if maybe you feel like your Sim's hands are like too small for their body type, or you just want to create a different hand size. I really like that. We also have the arm thickness slider by Vibrant Pixels. All you need to do to change the thickness of your Sim's arms is just drag from left to right, and clearly you can see a very visible change within the thickness of the arm. But if you wanted to create kind of a little more roundness or fullness within the arms, you could have your Sim facing forward, and you can do the exact same thing by dragging left to right, and you can clearly see a very drastic change within your Sim's arms. So we are going to move on to the last pack of sliders within the showcase. It's actually, I think, 3 different sliders within this one set by Lumia. It is a very, very, I wouldn't say old set, but it's been around for a while, and it contains a height slider, a hip slider, and then a neck slider. So I feel like height sliders in the game, they are kind of a hit and miss. Some people don't like them because they obviously will alter the way the animations look. I love height sliders. I will never stop using them. Of course, I am one of the few that wants height sliders in the game, but I get it. Like, it would change the mechanics of the game. It would change everything. So I can imagine it'd be hard to do. Also, there is the hip slider, like I've mentioned, and to engage this, all you got to do is just click on your Sim's hips. If you push upwards, it actually changes the weight distribution to kind of go in more of like the midsection or like waist area. Pulling down, it just kind of creates like little hip dips, or it creates more fullness within the hips. The neck slider is a little bit interesting because originally I thought it just controlled like the fullness of the neck, but it actually controls the height. So if you turn your Sim to the side and you grab them by the neck, you can actually pull up to elongate the neck, or you can pull down to shorten the neck. I feel like if you're messing around with the height sliders, this could definitely be beneficial. Let's jump into the skin details. The first skin detail is this belly overlay by Sammy XO, and it comes with about 10 different swatches that essentially just change the way that your Sim's belly looks, and it has all different types of belly types, which I greatly appreciate. And there is one skin detail that creates a little bit of pixeling. It's not that big of a deal, but I love that I can slap this belly overlay on top of that skin detail to completely eliminate the pixelation. So we're going to move on to the overlay that you guys actually can clearly see on my Sim. It's a cellulite overlay by Miko. This one's a little confusing because it's going to be located in the skin details within the face category. So it's right here, and you may see how the cellulite covers the entire body. So we have it on her thighs. If I turn her around, she has it on her buttocks. She also has it on her arms and a little bit on her belly too. I believe with these swatches, it just controls the intensity of the cellulite, giving you a little more range from pretty drastic to being barely visible. In addition, Mika also has 2 different body kits that you can download that have wrinkles, stretch marks, birthmarks, I believe body moles. There's also different types of like back details, I think even like tummy details too. It's going to be hard to tell you which kit or which items belong to which kit, but I can tell you that a lot of the items can be found within the body section of the cast catalog, and then furthermore underneath skin details. So with our Sim, she does have this beautiful back detail here that does showcase some rolls. I love that. And if we filter through the different swatches, you can just kind of see like different like back definition. I don't know if this would change the stomach. No, it looks like it's primarily focusing on the back of the Sim, which is awesome. So you can see it even adds some cellulite to the buttocks and kind of just changes up the definition of the actual backside. So the next one here is a series of different stretch marks. I'm not sure where all of these are going to be located, but you can kind of see them here. It's a little bit of an Easter egg hunt, but I love this. I love this so much. I think even some of these will go on like the bust area. This one is wrinkles for the tummy for our elder Sims, which is obviously greatly appreciated. I can't quite tell if this is on the stomach. It might be. Some of these are just so faint, it's hard to tell, but there you can kind of see some of the like body moles or maybe like age spots, which is great to have. This one here does actually change the stomach quite a bit. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Miko had mentioned that within this body kit, some of these skin details have been isolated from like the overall full body skin details that they've done. I don't really know. It's hard to like describe, but if you were me, I would probably end up downloading everything within the showcase so I could have all the options. So we are going to be moving on to a creator called Marigold. Mary. Let's just call her Mary. I'm not sure if that's actually her name, but I do believe her assets can be found underneath the tattoo category. And even though I really do like these skin details, I will say they are just a little too stark on my Sim skin tones. I don't feel like they are super inclusive. Maybe they are. I just haven't played around with them. Our next two collections are by Mary or Marigold. The first one is basically a nice little kit of different types of stretch marks. I haven't really played around with these very much just because I feel like in contrast to a lot of my Sims, they're very drastic stretch marks. Like they don't blend that well. I mean, I'm totally aware that stretch marks can be super silvery and bright. I have them myself, but I just feel like the range maybe isn't quite there with these, but I still wanted to include them because I do like them. And I feel like maybe if your Sim is more on the fairer side, this would be a great option for them. So we're gonna move on to another little skin detail here by Marigold. I'm not entirely sure if this is the Summer Body version 2 skin detail or this is the Lucky Skin detail. I'll make sure to link everything on my website at XUrbanSimsX.com so that there's no confusion, but I really like this one like a lot. I love that this one is just kind of like a different play on, it's not copied after Miko, but I'm saying it's like an alternate version of Miko's skin details. Do you see what I'm saying? So it does add a little bit of cellulite to the buttocks. It does add some rolls to the back. I think if we even deep dive a little bit further, there's a really cool swatch, and I love how it creates like folds and creases above the knee, within the neck, on the arms, the back of the elbows. It kind of just encompasses everything within the summer body. Oh yeah, this is the summer body kit. Okay, so this is it. This is the summer body kit, and I think the other one was just like the Lucky Skin. They're so hard to like tell in Create a Sim. I do apologize, but I really like this one. I think this one might actually be my favorite swatch of the collection. We're nearing towards the end of the showcase, but we still have two more skin details left. I have the Aphrodite skin by Praline Sims. What I love about this skin is even though it definitely leans towards more alpha, I will say, it basically just encompasses everything that we've shown within the showcase in one skin or skin overlay. So we have like the cellulite, we have more definition in the back area. I mean, you can even see like the little wrinkles on the elbow. I love how lifelike this is. And then you can even change like different parts of the skin. You have so many different varieties here. You can even control the intensity too. So even though this is kind of, like I said, more of like an alpha skin, if you're an MM player like myself, you can easily mix this into your collection and it belongs there. Our last and final skin detail in the showcase is by Helio. Do you guys remember the heavy slider Tata situation that we were talking about earlier that came from Wicked Whims? Well, as I mentioned, there is a heavy Tata's overlay that comes with it. And I really love this breast overlay. I love that there is definition in the armpit. It goes underneath the bust. You can obviously control the intensity. And the best part is that it's very skin tone friendly. So no matter what skin tone your Sim is, it's going to cater to their specific skin tone. Love you guys. That's pretty much a wrap for the showcase. I hope you all enjoyed, and I really hope you found something here today that you can implement into your game to create even more body diversity. Just a quick little reminder, I will be linking everything that I've mentioned in this showcase on my website at XUrbanSimsX.com, which I will link down in the description. And with that said, as always, I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, you know what to do. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all next time.